Well, good morning or good afternoon, chemistry students. I'm going to show you how to do this pOH page on acids and bases. This is in your packet, and let's see, it looks like it's on probably the third page in the packet. I'm counting the cover page as number 1. So when you look at this, it starts off and it reminds you what a acid or a base is, and that should say a C right there for basic. On there. It reminds you that a pH of 7 is neutral, meaning that the hydrogen ion concentration and the hydroxide ion concentration are equal, so that means that they're neutral, they balance each other out. And by the way, just a reminder for you, these square brackets, they are telling you that this is a concentration. So the square brackets equals concentration, which is moles per liter. Okay, it's molarity. It's just telling you the molarity of these. So, for example, when you look at this chart down here, if you have a hydrogen ion concentration of 0.1, that's really strong, moles per liter. That would be written as 1 times 10 to the minus 1 in scientific notation. And that 0.1, when you take the log of that, and it tells you here pH is equal to the log of the hydrogen ion concentration, and then the negative means you just change the sign, and that'll make this to a positive 1, and that just it's a lot easier for doing the math on these to change these really tiny numbers, especially as we get to the pHs that are 14, if you just use a 14 instead of 0.00000, so on. So you got this chart here that shows you the scientific notation, what the actual number is, and also what the pH and pOH is. And what's really neat about pH and pOH, by neat I mean it's easy, you add up these two numbers, they always equal 14. So if you know the pH, you can figure out the pOH by subtracting 14 from it. If you look down here, 9 plus 5 equals 14. So that makes it really easy. If you know the concentration of hydrogen ions or hydroxide, you can figure out the pH or pOH real easy, and if you subtract the one you know from 14, you can find out what you're looking for. So at the bottom down here, going to be working on this one. So it tells you, okay, we've got hydrogen ion concentration, and it'll give you a number like this, and if that's 10 to the minus 5 concentration, this is, remember, moles per liter. If you take the log of this and change the sign, you get 5. And what's kind of cool, okay, 5 plus 9 will equal 14, because this column and this column, they will always add up to 14. And as you work on this chart, like right here, let's do the second one. If you've got a pH of 7, what's going to be the pOH? Well, the pH of 7 is neutral. There's going to be the pH and the pOH will be kind of balance each other. But this will be 7, because 7 plus 7 adds up to 14. Now, if this is a 7 right here for pH, okay, if you just kind of work the chart backwards, that's going to make this over here become a concentration of 10 to the minus 7 molarity. So, and then over here, since we've got a 7 here, that's going to make this one 10 to the minus 7. You can do the math over here. 7 plus 7 equals 14. And then you can list here whether it's acid, base, or acidic. And you can just put either A, B, or neutral. In this case, this one's neutral because it's kind of both. So you'll work that out on all of these. You can work backwards. I mean, right here, you got a pOH of 11. Well, 11 plus what will equal 14? You got it.